What's going on, guys? Ahoy here. So I'm going to say some things here that many people will not like, but this is what I discovered by making all these videos, my research here on cryptocurrency. But the first thing I want to kind of cover here is Dash to Trade. So they have just finished their pre-sale. It says it has sold out, and they're going to be coming into hitting the exchanges or to the centralized exchange launch in just 5 days. So we have here the countdown. But what I want to cover here is the following: some things that I found from the team. Okay, I found some, I guess you can say, red flags on the team. So let me just scroll down here really quick. Here is, you see 5 people, right? It says meet the team. All right, this is great. There's 5 people. All right. Now, when on my previous video, when we go here, we notice that there's more of them. There's 9 team members of Dash to Trade, but now it has been reduced to just 5. So what happened? What happened to the other 4? So all of this doesn't smell right. Something is not right, okay? And by the way, if you guys want to watch this video, I'll have it here on the card that pops up in the corner. You guys can click it there or down below in the description. But here's the thing: what I found, something kind of, I guess you can say, red flag. Out of all of these team members, only 2 mention Dash to Trade. And this one, it doesn't even work. It says that it doesn't exist. And this one right here is like incomplete, like it doesn't have a picture. So let's go by one so you guys can see what I mean. So let's start off here with the first one. The bottom one, you see it doesn't exist, okay, which is Emiliano. And let's go to Duco Van Roosem. When we go here, it mentions Dash to Trade, like I mentioned earlier, but it doesn't have his picture here. And I would think that, you know, people are investing millions of dollars on this project. Like, they're investing over $13 million, almost $14 million, that you should at least have the courtesy to have a picture of yourself here. But at least, you know, he does mention, you know, Dash to Trade, but, you know, where's the picture? Come on. Now the next thing is here, let me just scroll down here for the rest of the team members, is Andre. This one is one of the ones that is actually complete. So it has this picture and mentions Dash to Trade. It mentions how long he has been working there and the rest of his work history and, you know, experience, kind of like a resume. So that's great. That's good. This is what I like to see, at least, you know, to put some effort on it, because again, a lot of investors are investing on, you know, millions of dollars all as an aggregate into this project. So this one is good. Now when we go here to Joa, we see here that yeah, so it doesn't mention anything about the project, about Dash to Trade, although it does mention that he works in Babel, which is a, you know, a very recognized company if you want to learn a different language and stuff like that. So it's very big, which is good. But again, it doesn't mention anything about the project. If you're part of the team, you would at least want to be known that, you know, you're part of this team, but it doesn't mention anything like that. But at least it does have his picture here. So, you know, it's good, but they could have done better, at least to mention the team. And the last one, which is Jarmo Van de Site. Sorry if I butchered the name. But again, at least he has a picture, but it doesn't mention anything that he's working or he's part of a team with Dash to Trade. So I just wanted to kind of point this out, that there is some kind of things to kind of watch out for here, especially when you're talking about $1 million startup that people are putting into. You want to know who are the people you're giving the money to, okay? Like, you wouldn't give your money to any stranger or blindfolded. You want to know where your money is going towards. At least I would assume that. And yeah, so that's one thing I wanted to point out here on this project, but there's more. All right, on their structure when it comes to their monthly subscription, and that's what I'm going to cover here next. So on the top of the website or in the bottom, if you're using a phone or on the desktop, you go where it says white paper and you're going to download the file. It's going to take you here, right? So I'm like on page 18 or 19 or so. So right here it says the monthly subscription. Right here it gives you like a summary of what they offer. But let's go straight to the price. Okay, so let's compare this. What I'm going to do is compare this pricing with their Learn to Trade, okay, which is their actual website, that has been around since 2017. And in case you're asking, how is Learn to Trade related to Dash to Trade? Okay, they sound very similar. And why is that? Well, because they're owned by Learn to Trade. And let me show you that here. So they even mentioned that right below the team, it says official partner Learn to Trade. Dash to Trade is owned and powered by Learn to Trade. And I covered this on my previous video, which by the way, you guys can click right here in the corner and you guys can watch it there, or the link will be down below as well. But anyways, let's continue here with the pricing comparison. So it says right here that the lowest, the starter tier, the monthly subscription is 400 Dash to Trade token. So that's the minimum. All right. And you still have some limitations to it as well. But that's the entry price. Okay. That's the starter tier. And you guys can kind of look at this, what it covers. Pretty much, I guess you can only see like 2 tokens or something like that. It says watch lists are limited to 2 tokens and all this stuff. But anyways, I just want to look at the price real quick. I want to look at that first. So again, let's to not deviate, 400 Dash to Trade tokens. And how much is that based on the current price? So if we were to go to the website right now, the price of each one is at 0.055, which is like 5.5 cents. And by doing a little bit of math, okay, just multiply this current price times 400. What do we get? Well, we're going to get $22. And what is the price right now on them? Let's say if you were to go to their Learn to Trade. Okay, let's go to the Learn to Trade, not the Dash to Trade, not to get confused because they sound very similar. So just go to Learn to Trade and let's go here to where it says on their price, because you could choose a premium plan. And it says either crypto signals or forex signals. In this case, let's go to crypto signals. All right, so we click on there, and here we're gonna see the price, different plans. And the most popular one is at the same price, which is $21.50, which we can round that up to $22. But again, that's in pound. So in the US dollars, the equivalent is most likely it's gonna be a little bit more than that. But you're looking roughly around the same thing. But again, this is only if you subscribe to a 6-month plan. All right, a 6-month subscription. But just to make it fair, let's go to the $40 one. Okay, the 40 pounds. So, you know, you might be thinking, well, the 1 month subscription here is 40 pounds. That's double the price than if I were to do it to choose using Dash to Trade. And yes, you're right. You're pretty much saving 50%. But now let's say that if the price at launch or, in the future, it goes up in price. Let's say that the price, instead of being 5 cents, which is currently right here, let's say that if it were to go to 10 cents, just 2x, then that's going to be pretty much the same price as it is right now. So let's say that instead of being 5 cents, it's actually 10 cents, let's say in a month from now or something, then that's pretty much is going to be the same price as right here. So there's really no difference. You can choose wherever you want to do this. And there's also another thing as well. If you notice here in the banner on top, it says to gain lifetime access to our VIP signals, invest $250. So if you don't want to do any monthly subscription, another thing to consider is to just do it like a one-time payment and have lifetime access to all the signals, all the bots, all the information you want, just in one single payment but you need to invest this much amount of Dash to Trade of this token. And there's also other ways as well. Let's say that you don't want to do with tokens, you don't want to invest $250 worth of their Dash to Trade token on the pre-sale. You don't even want to pay a monthly subscription. You want to invest the same amount, but on like a broker. So you can have eToro, AvaTrade, and Longhorn. Depending on your country, you get to choose which one you want. And like I says here, receive free lifetime access to our VIP crypto signals, and you get to choose from there. And you have all the updates that you get directly on your phone, even through Telegram, through the group, and all of this stuff. What is my whole point? Okay, so just to kind of bring this back full circle and wrap this up really nicely, what is my whole point with all of this? You might be wondering, like, okay, what's the whole point of this? My point of this is whatever they're offering you here on Dash to Trade, it could already be accomplished under Learn to Trade. And there's not going to be much of a difference. Once the price of Dash to Trade reaches 10 cents, you're basically paying the same price as if you were paying in fiat, like in pounds or on USDT, whatever currency you're using. You're already paying pretty much the same thing, but it gets worse. Let's say that the D2 trade, let's say for some reason it does really great, okay? And that's what I hope for every project. But let's say that this time it goes up and beyond and it goes 4x. So from 5 cents, it goes all the way up to 20 cents. So that means that if you were to multiply that 400 times 20 cents, that's going to give us $80. Now, if we were to compare that, are you willing to pay 400 dash to trade at, you know, a value of $80 USDT? I'm sorry, USD, sorry. $80 worth of dash to trade compared to what you can pay here, which is 40 pounds. That is much less now. And this brings me to my other points, that they would have to do two things. Either that would have to lower this to kind of compensate for that, you know, the value increasing in dash to trade. Otherwise, this is going to be too expensive to join in. And this is just a starter tier. So like imagine, like, if I can get the same signals that they're offering me on dash to trade, I can have all of this information, all of this data, all of this strategies and all of this, but instead of paying $80, if the price reaches 20 cents, I can get it for half the price here for 40 pounds. And let's say maybe on US dollar it might be like $45. I'm still saving like a good chunk of money by doing it this way, but simply doing it through paying fiat, and not having to kind of go through the route of cryptocurrency, considering all the transaction fees or gas fees or anything like that. I just pay upfront and I'm done with, right? Or I can just do this right here, which is 250 dash to trade tokens. Or I can just invest at an actual broker, which is going to give me access to more other stuff, not just to the dash to trade token, but it opens the door for many other different stocks, right? Because eToro, I'm more familiar with eToro, so compared to these other two. But they're still both great. But the point is that it opens the door for you to invest on stocks and other different type of investments as well, not just limited to just one token, which is dash to trade in this case. So what I want to get to here with all of this is that, in my point of view, in my perspective, what I see here is that all of this, why are they doing, like, why are they choosing to have a pre-sale on something they are already offering? And my simplest answer is this: pre-sale is what is making money right now. Everybody wants a piece of the action. Everybody wants a piece of the pie. Everybody wants to do their own type of pre-sales, make their own token, because that's where the money is made right now in cryptocurrency, guys. And I just want you guys to open your eyes and kind of realize this, that if you guys want to get good at this game and make money, you need to understand what's happening on the current game. Rules shift, they change every now and then, and you need to stay updated. And so people don't really care about this stuff. To be honest, how many pre-sales are there? There's gaming, cryptocurrencies with gaming, cryptocurrencies with climate, now with trading signals and bots, everything all connected to tokens and pre-sales, okay? And definitely pre-sales. But why are they doing this? Because that's where the money is being made. A lot of people say, whoa, the price dropped because we're in a bear market. The funny thing about the bear market is that the bear market only affects the current market, but not the pre-sale market. That's what I don't really understand. How is it that when there's a pre-sale, the bear market is the pre-sales are immune to the bear market? There's no bear market on the pre-sales. They're able to raise $30 million, like we see here, and other places even more, like $20 million on a pre-sale. So there's no bear market there affecting a pre-sale. But once it launches, now the bear market comes into the picture, and now it affects the project. I don't think that's true, guys. We just gotta be careful out there, and that's what I try to teach you guys here in this channel. I even have a strategy that I think it's already been invented. I don't think I've invented it, but what I use on my pre-sales trading strategy that has worked for me already. And I have the video down below in the description as well. Here in the corner, a little card is gonna pop up, and you guys can just click on it, and it's free. I'm not selling you guys anything or nothing like that. I'm also not telling you guys that this is a rich type of strategy that's gonna make you a lot of money. No, my focus here is to prevent loss. That is my main focus here, is to teach you guys how to invest in a way where you can mitigate loss. Is it 100% proof guaranteed? No, I've taken some loss, but I think the real game here is to increase your profits and reduce your loss, that at the end of the day or at the end of the year, you've had more gains than loss. And if you're able to do that for the most of your investments, of course, there's going to be loss along the way. But if you were to put them all together, like sum them up and a profit and loss like spreadsheet, you ended up with a profit and not with a loss. Even if it's a little bit, it doesn't matter. At least you were on top and not on the bottom. Because what happens on these type of pre-sales is that a lot of people are left holding the bag. And the people, and this is very, very important, guys. And hopefully out of everything, guys, kind of this is like the key takeaway of this is that first, nobody really cares about the project anymore. Only the people are only interested on the pre-sales, because that's where there's a high chance of you making 10x on a pre-sale than versus holding the token for like a year. So people are like more interested in pre-sales because that's the higher chance of you actually 10x, even 20x that we saw with Tomadodge, you know. But then what happened after like less than a week, it quickly dropped back to the pre-sale price. Another reason why, another key takeaway from all of this video is that all of these people, the people that make money are the devs, okay? They're the first ones to make money on all of this project, okay? They're the ones actually getting the real money. They're the ones, the real winners out of all of this game. The second ones are the early investors. Okay, the early investors are also the ones that, if they're kind of smart about their strategy and kind of done their own research, then they're able to also make some profits. And sometimes those early investors are not you and me. They tend to be like those private investors that they invested on this project before the retail investors got a chance to. So when we see here like stage 1 pre-sale, like the first stage, sometimes, okay, I'm not saying that all the time, but like I would say like 50% of the time or more actually, we're not the first ones to invest on these pre-sales. The very first people are like other richer people, like even companies, okay, maybe like ventures capital or like other people that are invested on this project before it even comes to the pre-sale investor, okay. And so I just wanted to kind of put this out there because the more knowledge you have, the more information you have, the better you are going to make a decision when it comes to investing on these pre-sales. Again, nobody really cares about the project anymore. Unfortunately, people are just mainly interested on the pre-sale. Once it does great, they get their money and they go out to the next one. And the last person that jumped in there, well, they're left holding the bag. Why? Because this is a zero-sum game. Now repeat that again. This is a zero-sum game. What does that mean? For you to get a +1, that means that the other person had to get a -1. And when you add them together, it equals 0. So your gains is somebody else's loss unless somebody else is able to cover the other person's position. But you see, that keeps going down in the dominoes. Then whatever this person covered, and if they sell, then the next person needs to cover the other person's position. And that keeps going on and on, like in a chain, until the very last person that joins in and they sell and there's nobody else to cover that position. Then that's when the whole thing collapses and drops, because there's nobody else to come in to cover the position, whether that's on the same price or a higher price. And that's just pretty much how this game is played, guys. All right. So I want you guys to be safe out there when it comes to investing. And remember, none of this is financial advice. Always do your own research and only invest what you're willing to lose. And I never get tired of saying that because it's true. You want to be able to sleep at night. So there you go, guys. Just wanted to give you guys here a quick update on this project and the overall market as well. I'm just kind of using them as an example, but we just got to be safe out there, guys. Again, thank you so much for watching. Check out my other videos and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.